Oh, I'm live, huh? What's going on, YouTube fam? This is my first time going live in a while. It's been a while since I've gone live. Um, I gotta say, I've been going through a lot of different things and transitions over the last few years, I would say. One of the many things that I've discovered about myself is that I've been having to heal from all of my different decisions and experiences in order to figure out what I want to do next, while also not trying to be influenced by the negatives that I've experienced up until this point, which is a bit difficult, more so than I thought it was. I'll admit that. There isn't much I can really say except for I find that I haven't had a really good chance to express every single thing that I've gone through in great detail. And it just kind of sucks because it's just like my point of view on a lot of things just doesn't really matter sometimes. But for me, I got to get it off my chest because I'm tired. And I guess I can write these things down and type them out and whatnot. I guess that's what my books are for, or that's what writing in general is for. It's just getting stuff off your chest that, you know, it's kind of hard for you to say, depending on how you feel about what you're saying. Interviews and whatnot. Um, I don't expect anybody to join the live. I'm just going live because this looks wonderful. Look at this. Oh, as you can see, I got two tones for my hair. Um, One of the reasons why I have two tones for my hair is to depict the battle that's going on the inside. It's literally just like the me that I am and the me that, that I'm having to become to adapt to what I'm experiencing in the world. Even though it's a lighter shade, that doesn't necessarily go from like good and evil type of thing. It's just this is the damage. This is the damage that has happened to the original, and you can call it war scars and battle scars, and just the appreciation of skill and development. Uh, it, I hope that everything is legible, and in some way, shape, or form that these things are able to be audible, and I'm speaking in a way that could be understood. I talked about the hair. Oh yeah. So was it last year? Was it last year? Sometime last year, within the last few years, I had a moment where I was like dealing with suicidal tendencies and like thought processes. Because for me, I treat life like a video game, and so like for me at that moment, I just wanted to quit because I was done playing the game, as you could say. I was tired of the day to day. I was tired of not feeling appreciative of anything that was going on around me, and I was just sick of everything. Constantly going through ups and downs and hurdles and feeling nothing about the accomplishments that I achieved. Um, Telling stories of my experiences and, just either wowing people or disgusting people or whatever, other people's perceptions of what I was going through or what I shared with them was. My quality of life has always been an up and down hurdle of pretty much F you, like F you as in F me, and deal with it. And having to deal with a F you every day and a deal with it every day while people are constantly telling you it gets better, and then like them not adding that when it gets better, it gets worse. Like, not if it don't get better, it'll get worse. It gets better and then it gets worse. It gets better, because you're just like, oh man, I'm having fun now. And it's like once you're having fun, or once things start to feel good, it has to immediately have the opposite has to happen immediately. Like, oh, I'm enjoying my night. Boom, car crash. Oh, I'm enjoying my day. Boom, you're fired. Oh man, this small moment is pretty good. Phone call, something bad happened. And then it's just like, if you're perpetually just upset all the time, what's wrong? Are you okay? Why are you looking like, smile, cheer up? It's just like, it's kind of hard to be happy when you feel like your happiness attracts like all types of manner of what the hell. I try not to curse. But it's kind of hard to be happy when you feel like your happiness attracts all types of mannerisms of monsters, craziness, demons, karma from things that you've done that you thought weren't as bad. But yeah, that's a tangent. So yeah, when I was battling with my suicidal tendencies, it was one, I was in a relationship, in a situation that I was forcing myself to proceed down to see if it was going to get any better, or to see if things would change, because, you know, give it a chance, or work things out, or you're not giving your best effort, or you're not trying, or you're not doing things right. So it was just like I was giving things time to progress, and I was giving myself time to you know, try to become a better version of myself. And, you know, I get disappointed easy. I'm really impatient when it comes to stuff that is taxing me and causing me a lot of issues, problems, and drama. Throughout that relationship, I lost a lot of friends and associates, business partners, networking, people that I had, like business relationships, friendships, all that. I lost all of that. So I'm pretty much starting over from scratch. So whole types of, I'm at the climbing out of the bottom of the barrel type of situation. So when I got to the point where I was like utterly defeated, I was like, yeah, I'm not settling for any of this. And so I just picked up some pharmaceuticals. I had picked up some I think it's some NyQuil or some off-brand NyQuil. And I think I got the name brand. Picked up some NyQuil, a couple bottles of that, and some painkillers, and some and some soda. I had picked up 2 bottles of Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper regular, and Dr. Pepper vanilla. And I was just gonna take both those Dr. Peppers because they got corn syrup in it. I was gonna take both those Dr. Peppers, mix them with the NyQuils, knock those back, and then try my best to eat them. I don't do pills, so I was gonna try my best to eat the pills. But a girlfriend at the time caught on to what I was doing, because I guess I was being very, very open about not wanting. I was not being open. I was giving off huge flags that said, "Hey, this nigga finna kill himself," and it was just like, yeah, I didn't care. Like I was like literally, you would see, like you could see death on my shoulder. Like, we're almost there, sweetheart. We're almost there. I filled up the tank. Yeah, I thought, you know, I stopped at the Walgreens to get this stuff, but I filled up the tank at the gas station. I was like, might as well leave you with some gas, you know, full tank. Drove to my mom's crib to give her a hug, see how she doing. Now I was just gonna knock that stuff back and then go for a little walk. Nah, girlfriend told my mama that I was on some shit, and my mama was just like, what? Defensive mama mode. And my uncle came through. My uncle talked me. He talked the spirit of death off of me. I'll say that's what he did. He didn't change my mind about how I felt. My mind has been the same about, like, literally before I even attempted that last year. My mind has been like this for like 15 or more years. Like I've been periodically dealing with constant nonstop depression since I was a little child, below the age of like, or somewhere around like 7 or 8 years old, somewhere around that. Been dealing with that since like 07 to 8. Didn't know what it was then, you know, but I just knew I didn't want to keep doing stuff. I just wanted to be like, done. I mean, little kid, keep the voice. I want to be done. I was playing video games at that time, so it's just like on a video game, if you just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to play. I don't like this game. On a video game, you could just hit quit. So for me, it was just like, why can't I quit? You know, life is unfair for everybody in some type of way, shape, or form. So I'm not special. And so like, I did not want want anybody to be upset or anything. So like, I just came to see my mama. You know, we was visiting my mom. So, but at the same time, I get how she felt. It was like, you just, you know, you coming over here to do this? No, not coming over here to do anything. I just came to see you. But in my mind at the time, everything seemed pretty, you know, on point. Like, you know, give my mama a hug. You know, she can say that she saw me, and like, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I went off and did it somewhere and nobody knew. I've been talking for years. Like, I have videos, I got poetry, I got music. I've been speaking for years about not liking this stuff. Like, I ain't plop out of my mama and just was like, all right, world, I'm ready to do this. I've been talking for years about like not liking this, my life being unfair, and not just being unfair, but extremely like prejudice. Like, not even prejudice because of my tone of skin, like prejudice because of my gender of sex. Like, that's been the most excruciating battle. Like, bruh, like, I used to see all them vlogs and podcasts about men complaining about being a man. I'm just like, oh man, being a man must be hard. No. They didn't mean being a man like, oh, I'm the man of the family, I'm the breadwinner. No, they talking about just being a male general, like being born with a phallus. Like, that's what they were talking about. And I didn't understand. I thought they meant like, you know, when you gotta take responsibility, you know, and you come of age. No. The moment you come out the vagina, and the doctor says it's a boy, your life is, the difficulty meter is set a little bit higher, and it's because no one cares. It's not even just like, oh, I'm a man, so my life harder than a woman's. No, it's because no one cares. No one cares. Like, the amount of caring is just like, with all the attributes you can have as a man, what you complaining about? You're stronger than most everybody. You're built more durable. Last time I checked, when I get cut by a knife, I bleed just like everybody else. Might not be the same color, but last time I checked, if somebody comes up to me and stabs me, I get stabbed just like anybody else. It's not I get stabbed and the knife breaks and just like, oh man, you're a man, so being stabbed doesn't hurt. I just inherently, at some point in my life, realized that it didn't matter that I was being hurt, attacked, persecuted, judged, abandoned, mistreated. I learned at a certain point in life that none of that stuff mattered. So I stopped voicing that I was in pain. Like most men, we just stopped voicing that we're in pain. But yeah, moving on. So when I finally committed to doing something, whereas like, all right, I'm finna exit the game, I went with the pharmaceutical route because that's how Juice WRLD died. So I figured, hey, you know, but I always look at the ways that other people have died, and I figured, you know, I'm not finna, you know, do something that could give me the possibility of surviving. Like, and not only that, I'm not one for firearms, so like blowing my brains out and whatnot. I don't want to survive with a bullet in the head, or I don't want to survive with a hole in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna up the ante and, you know, leave out the game, I chose the pharmaceutical route because, I don't know. Like, people dying off of fentanyl, people overdosing and just they out of here. Like that does seem like it was the easy way to go. It seemed like an easy way to go. And it's just like, of course I'm choosing the easy way to die. I mean, I still wasted money. Because it never happened. But it pains me because I was forcing myself to be in a situation I really didn't want to be in for the sake of like giving it a try. And then like everything I was going through, the job I was working, the being in between jobs, not being happy about the state of my children. Well, not even my children, other people's children. Cause at this point, I don't really jack with the whole child thing. Like, I don't produce children. Like, I don't just, after 9 months, a child plops out of me. Like, I just feel like, I really do just feel like a bodyguard when it comes down to those type of things. Like how the ants and whatnot, you know, the queen produces the babies, and you know the drones are just drones. I can't commit to that. Like, no, fuck you. Like, no. Like, if my life is just sitting around being a drone ant, this thing in here does not allow me to do that. My mind does not. I'm cursing a whole bunch. My mind does not allow me to sit and just be a drone and sit and just, like, that's something that needs to be explained. Like, at some point in my educational life, I should have been taught that there's no such thing as relationships. You're just a bug. You find a bug who wants to be a queen bug, and you become her bodyguard, and you, on top of whatever other drone bug, are gonna come and, no pun intended, are gonna come and lay with this queen bug until she amassed a gigantic village worth of people, and she's gonna pop out multiple other bugs. Like, somebody should have just told me that we just all big sentient bugs, because that's what I feel like we have. We have a society that runs similarly to bugs. That's why Beyonce is called a queen bee. Like, and we males get treated like this because we replaceable. Like, you show me a man that isn't replaceable. Heck, as soon as my dad passed away, a lot of people were like generally either referring to me as him or slipping up and like forcing me to be his replacement. And that was throwing me off heavily. People calling me his name. People accidentally telling me that I have, you know, nieces or nephews when they meant cousins. Cause like y'all my aunties and uncles. And I know my pops is gone, but if you have any type of children, or if you have any type of fur babies or anything like that, they're my cousins. Like, oh yeah, it looks nice. But it's just like, I feel weird because it's like as soon as he died, like life just got unbelievably weird. Yes. Like, I really wonder now, what type of role was he actually playing in life? Because with him gone, I feel like everybody just up and said, you ain't had no personality to begin with, so you might as well be him. Like, I didn't have a personality to begin with. I said that, not them, but it's basically how I feel. It's just like, we didn't bother to get to know you that well. And even if we tried, like, even if they tried, I mean, it's just like, you spend so much time ignoring a person, or not taking them seriously, or even just treating them like, what the fuck? Shit. What is it that people do when they say you're just a kid? Like, does that mean they ignore you? Does it mean they don't take anything you say into consideration? Because a lot of us, when we were growing up, stay in a kid's place. You're a child. You're a kid. I'm the adult. Like, I get you have experience, but why does that make anything that I am invalid? Why does that make anything that I say invalid? Why is it that I don't have nothing to offer until I get older and you're like, well, why didn't you say anything? Why is it that while we're children, or while we're like smaller than anybody else, or, you know, a lower level, if you want to call it a video game, why is it that we're immediately treated like we have no say, we have no value, and we have nothing to offer? But then when we get older and you need something from us, and it's just like we are incapable of sharing or even delivering on that because you treated us like we were just insignificant, why is it that people get mad? Why are you not helping? Well, every time I wanted to help, you told me to stay in the child's place. When I was trying to help you, you told me to stay out the way. Sit down, shut up, be quiet. You told me that I was not necessarily needed in the moment. Like, I got so much to rant and complain about because I got a lot of stuff on my chest. Because I used to just take stuff and bottle it up in jars and put them on shelves and whatnot. And majority of everything I feel is the education system, family, myself, friends, enemies. Because I had enemies at one point, but they just started disappearing. I guess it got too easy to beat me up and whatnot, because like the most I did was spaz out mentally, because I'm just like, leave me alone. Like, I thought I wanted that, like the Dragon Ball Z type of like lifestyle. You know, I wanted everything. Like, I didn't realize it, but I was so into Dragon Ball Z that I didn't recognize that when I was getting jumped and beat up by people at random, like hordes of people were just attacking me, I didn't realize and remember that Goku was getting his butt kicked on certain occasions, and then he come back stronger. But on multiple occasions, he never just won every fight. It wasn't just like he was always just stronger. He was always getting his butt kicked. And like, watching it, it's just like, he's gonna come back and be stronger. I did not realize that my life mirrored my interests. Because for a good amount of time, I was randomly getting into random fights with just about anything and anyone. And I didn't comprehend that I was living that Dragon Ball Z life for a little bit. Until like I was just like, nah, I can't do this. Because I didn't understand. You know, I was already preconditioned. Like, I mean, there were several stages of my life where me fighting back and me standing up for myself got me into more trouble. And it was like, it just sucked, you know? It's just like, either be a troublemaker for standing up for yourself, or just disappear into the background so you can stay out of trouble and not bring home any issues. Besides the ones that's gonna build up in here and in here from not doing anything. It's just so much. I'm posting this here because it might disappear. It might not be there forever. People might not be able to see it or watch it. But this is where I vent. I was going to write everything down, but I've been writing for years and I really don't want to sit and write anymore. I got like journals and journals and no one can understand them. And I got about 2 books. One that I rushed out and one that I took my time with, but when I sit down, when I sit down in front of the computer, I don't get the urge to vent in the form of typing. I have my specific ways I want to vent when I want to vent. Like, I make music, you know. I've been venting for years. But I'm the only person that really can understand what's going on. I'm pretty much talking to myself. Which is why I don't mind posting these videos, because even if someone watches it, it really doesn't matter. By the time they watch it, I might not even remember what I said. Because really, nobody really cares. Except for me. But I don't really know why I care. I don't know why I care. Yeah, thanks for tuning in for 25 minutes. I'll be doing these more often. But concise thought processes and whatnot. Excuse me. Start airing my dirty laundry until I have nothing else to say. And until an angry mob comes and destroys me.